Nguyễn Hà was born on May 14, 1990, in the countryside of Quang Nam Province, Vietnam. Raised in a rural community where agricultural work was the norm, his early life was shaped by the values of hard work and perseverance. His parents, farmers who worked tirelessly to sustain their family, instilled in him the importance of determination and discipline. As a child, Hà was active and enjoyed running, often racing against his friends in the fields surrounding his village. His natural athleticism was evident from an early age. He excelled in physical activities and was always faster and more agile than his peers. His talent for running caught the attention of his school teachers, who recognized his potential and encouraged him to pursue athletics more seriously. At the age of 12, Hà began participating in school athletics competitions, quickly becoming one of the top sprinters in his area. His breakthrough came at the age of 15, when he was selected to join the Quang Nam Province's Sports Training Center, where young athletes were groomed for competitive sports. Although he had limited exposure to formal training, Hà was determined to improve. His coaches saw the raw talent in him and decided to focus on developing his sprinting abilities. Under their guidance, Hà began to refine his skills, focusing on the 100-meter and 200-meter events, which would later become his specialties. Leaving his rural home for the first time to train at the sports center was a significant turning point in his life. While adjusting to the more rigorous training schedule and competitive environment was challenging, his passion for running and his determination to succeed kept him motivated. His hard work began to pay off as he started winning local competitions, and soon he was competing at the regional level, where he continued to impress with his speed and endurance. Career peak. Rising through the ranks. Nguyễn Hà's ascent to the top of Vietnamese athletics began in the late 2000s. After several years of dedicated training, Hà made his debut at the national level, competing in the Vietnam National Athletics Championship. Despite the stiff competition, his performances were remarkable, and he began to garner attention from the athletics community. However, it wasn't until the 2011 Vietnam Athletics Championship that Hà truly emerged as a star. In this competition, he captured his first national title in the 100-meter sprint, setting a new personal best and marking the beginning of his rise to prominence in Vietnamese athletics. As his career progressed, his performances in national competitions continued to improve. His breakthrough at the national level was followed by a series of strong finishes in regional tournaments, where he began to establish himself as one of the top sprinters in Southeast Asia. His speed and consistency in the 100-meter and 200-meter events made him a formidable opponent, and by the mid-2010s, Hà had secured his place on the Vietnamese national athletics team. His peak moment came in 2015 when he competed in the Southeast Asian Games (SEA Games) held in Singapore. This was the first time Hà had competed at the SEA Games, one of the most prestigious events in Southeast Asia, and he was determined to make the most of the opportunity. In a thrilling 100-meter race, Hà clinched the silver medal, finishing behind only the region's top sprinter. This was a historic moment for Hà and Vietnamese athletics, as it marked the first time a Vietnamese athlete had earned a medal in the 100-meter event at the SEA Games in over a decade. His success at the 2015 SEA Games was the pinnacle of his career, and it earned him widespread recognition across Vietnam and Southeast Asia. His silver medal was not only a personal achievement, but also a milestone for Vietnam, as it demonstrated the country's growing presence in track and field on the international stage. His victory in Singapore propelled him to national hero status, and he became an inspiration to young athletes across Vietnam, especially those from rural areas. In the years that followed, Hà continued to perform at a high level. He remained a dominant force in the 100-meter and 200-meter sprints, regularly winning titles at the Vietnam National Athletics Championship and consistently earning top finishes in regional events. He also became a key member of the national relay team, contributing to Vietnam's success in the 4x100-meter relay at various international competitions. Main achievements, championships, and regional dominance. Nguyen Van, his career is marked by several significant achievements and milestones that highlight his skill, determination, and dedication to the sport. His accomplishments not only secured his place as one of Vietnam's top sprinters, but also helped elevate the profile of Vietnamese athletics in Southeast Asia. Below are some of his most notable achievements. Gold and silver medals at the Vietnam National Championships. His success at the national level was unparalleled. He won multiple gold and silver medals in both the 100-meter and 200-meter events at the Vietnam National Athletics Championship. His dominance in these events made him one of the most decorated athletes in the country's sprinting history. Silver medal in the 100-meter sprint at the 2015 SEA Games. His silver medal in the 100-meter sprint at the 2015 SEA Games in Singapore was the highlight of his career. This achievement marked the culmination of years of hard work and placed him among the top sprinters in Southeast Asia. His performance in the 100-meter final was a standout moment in his career and showcased his potential on the international stage. Relay success at the SEA Games. In addition to his individual success, Ha played a key role in Vietnam's success in relay events. He was part of the 4x100-meter relay team that earned a bronze medal at the 2015 SEA Games, helping to cement Vietnam's standing as a competitive force in regional track and field. Consistent performances in regional competitions. His performances in regional competitions, particularly the Southeast Asian Athletics Championships, were consistently strong. He earned numerous medals in the 100-meter and 200-meter sprints, further establishing his reputation as one of Southeast Asia's top sprinters. Record-breaking times. Over the course of his career, Ha set several national records in the 100-meter and 200-meter events. His ability to consistently improve his times and break his own records demonstrated his exceptional athleticism and work ethic. National representation at the Asian Athletics Championships. Ha also represented Vietnam at the Asian Athletics Championships, competing against some of the best sprinters in Asia. His performances in these competitions helped to raise Vietnam's profile on the Asian athletics scene and further solidified his status as one of the country's premier athletes. Final years. Transition to coaching and mentoring. As Nguyen Van Ha entered the later years of his competitive career, he began to shift his focus from competing to giving back to the sport that had given him so much. Having reached the peak of his career and secured his legacy as one of Vietnam's top sprinters, Ha made the decision to transition into coaching and mentoring the next generation of athletes. In 2020, Ha retired from competitive athletics after a distinguished career. His retirement marked the end of an era for Vietnamese sprinting, but his influence on the sport continues to this day. His transition from athlete to coach was a natural progression, as he had always been passionate about helping others achieve their full potential. He took on a coaching role at the Quang Nam Province Sports Training Center, where he began mentoring young sprinters. As a coach, Ha has been focused on developing the skills of promising young athletes in Vietnam. He has worked with many up-and-coming sprinters, imparting his knowledge and experience to help them navigate the challenges of competitive athletics. His emphasis on discipline, hard work, and mental toughness has become the cornerstone of his coaching philosophy. In addition to coaching, Ha has remained involved in promoting athletics in Vietnam. He frequently participates in outreach programs that aim to inspire young people to pursue sports, particularly track and field. His legacy as an athlete and coach has made him a respected figure in the Vietnamese athletics community, and he continues to play a key role in the development of the sport. Legacy and impact. Nguyen Van Ha's legacy as a sprinter and coach is one of perseverance, dedication, and success. He is remembered as one of the best sprinters Vietnam has ever produced, and his achievements have inspired countless young athletes to pursue their dreams in track and field. His silver medal at the 2015 SEA Games will forever be a defining moment in Vietnamese athletics, and his success in the 100-meter and 200-meter sprints helped raise the profile of the sport in Southeast Asia. As a coach, his influence continues to be felt. He is committed to nurturing the next generation of Vietnamese sprinters, ensuring that his knowledge and expertise are passed down to future stars. His work in developing young athletes and promoting athletics in Vietnam has solidified his place as one of the country's most influential figures in the sport. Nguyen Van, his story is one of determination, sacrifice, and triumph. His journey from a rural village to becoming one of Vietnam's top sprinters serves as an inspiration to all who strive to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. His legacy will endure for generations, as his contributions to Vietnamese athletics continue to shape the future of the sport.